Hey guys, Travis Gillespie here. We're looking at two parallel lines, R and S, which are being cut by the transversal T. You're given the measure of one angle. In this case, it's the measure of 52 degrees. Well, take your knowledge about congruent angles formed by transversals and find the angles of measure of angle 1, which equals measure of angle 3, and go ahead and find the measure of angle 6. Well, anytime you have parallel lines, two of them cut by a transversal, if this acute angle is 52 degrees, its supplementary angle, angle 1, forms an angle that's equal to 180 degrees when it's added to 52 degrees. A supplementary being 180 degrees. So I know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 52 equals 180. So to solve for angle 1, all you really have to do is say, hey, take 180 degrees, subtract 52. Well, 180 minus 50 is 130, so 180 minus 52 is 128 degrees. Cool. So that's the measure of angle 1. Well, the measure of angle 1 is 128 degrees. Let me change into a brush real quick. 128 degrees. Well, that means that, hey, the measure of angle 3, it's vertical to the measure of angle 1. So it's congruent. It's going to be the same size. The angles are going to be the same. It's 128 degrees. However, there is a second way to solve for this angle. If you didn't know the measure of angle 1, you could actually say, hey, measure of angle 3 and 52, the 52 degrees, these angles are supplementary. They're a pair of supplementary angles because they are cut by a transversal. So therefore, this creates a straight line, 180 degrees. So 180 degrees minus 52 degrees has got to equal 128 degrees still. So the measure of angle 3. Oh, the measure of angle 3 is not 183 degrees, it's 128 degrees. Cool. So two ways of solving this one, either through vertical angles or using supplementary pairs of angles. Now let's go ahead and solve for the measure of angle 6. Well, you know that whenever you have two parallel lines cut by a transversal, that there are 4 acute angles and also 4 obtuse angles. That means that, hey, let's go ahead and label all of these. I'm going to choose a new color to label right here. We know that this angle is 52 degrees, and the measure of angle, well, angle 2 is actually vertical to 52 degrees, so its measures also 52 degrees. Well, if these two angles are acute, that means that the measure, or that angle 8 is also an acute angle. Well, if this is an acute angle here, then it is also going to equal 52 degrees since we have two parallel lines cut by the same transversal. 52 degrees, well, angle 8 and angle 6 are vertical. Therefore, angle 6 is going to equal 52 degrees. Cool. And now we don't have to label these last two. The problem didn't ask for it. But you know, because labeled in green, you have 4 acute angles. Therefore, the ones labeled in pink have got to be the obtuse angles. So you have 1, 2 already labeled, so 5 and 7 are also 180 degrees, and they are your obtuse angles. I think I said 180. They are 128. 28 and 128 degrees. So you can see that, hey, you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 angles that are acute, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So both 4 obtuse and 4 acute angles, which are congruent. Cool stuff.